everyone, Big Pauly back for a brand new Star Trek movie review. Yes, we have done the original series of movies. We are now moving on to the Next Generation motion picture series, beginning with Star Trek Generations. We welcome back Captain Kirk, Scotty and Chekhov as they pass the torch to the next generation and boldly go where no one has gone before. Okay, so Star Trek Generations. Yes, the first outing for the crew of the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701D. Yes, Picard and co. Unfortunately, the Next Generation crew would only get 4 big screen adventures, some good, some not. But this was one of the better ones. Yes, I know a lot of people say this is one of the odd numbered ones and it wasn't a good start, but I absolutely love Star Trek Generations right from the start. Before we even get into Picard and all that lot, the film starts out 78 years prior on board the USS Enterprise B. That's right, its maiden voyage, just a little test run around the block, and they welcome Kirk, Scotty and Chekhov on board the Enterprise B to give it a bit of a shakedown and to give it a bit of good luck. Yes, captained by Captain John Harriman, played by Alan Ruck, I think his name is. Just supposed to be like a little routine trip around the galaxy, as you do. Unfortunately, they get a distress call and are pulled into this big like energy ribbon called the Nexus, and they have to try and get all the survivors off these 2 ships. Unfortunately, the Enterprise B is not up to scratch because it's missing its tractor beam. It hasn't got a medical crew. They haven't got any photon torpedoes because they're all arriving on Tuesday, apparently. Anyway, with a bit of a forward thinking from Scotty, they manage to break free from this energy string, beam the survivors aboard, and poor old Kirk gets the crap blown out of him. We then zap 78 years to the future on board a very watery USS Enterprise. With all the crew, Worf's getting a promotion, lots of fun, but unfortunately they're interrupted with a call from Earth. There's been a tragedy in the Picard family. A lot of the film is based on regrets and family, so it's a big family-orientated film. They get a distress call from the Armagosa Observatory, yes. Blimey, that's a sentence. Yes, that they're being attacked. The Enterprise arrives and beams a survivor aboard, played by Malcolm McDowell. Yes, Dr. Tolian Soren, who's an Elorian alien. As the film progresses, all becomes clear that, in fact, he's not just performing science experiments. He's actually trying to get back to the Nexus, where he was 78 years prior, including Guinan. Yes, the Nexus is a fantasy adventure where if you go in it, you don't want to come out. You get to go to the place you want to be. You know, it's the most perfect place you've ever been in your life. You never wanna leave. So the film revolves around trying to stop Soren. He decides to blow up a couple of planets in order to change the trajectory of the ribbon so that he can jump into it and then go and see his family. His family were killed previously. Picard gets pulled into the Nexus, where he meets up with Captain James T. Kirk, who popped into the ribbon 78 years earlier, and then begins an adventure with the 2 captains on this mission to stop Soren and to save millions of lives on planets that would normally get blown up. So there's a lot of stuff in Star Trek Generations I really like. For starters, the opening scene reminded me of Star Trek The Undiscovered Country, with that long build-up to the exploding Praxis moon. This time we get a bottle of champagne flying through space. Vintage 2260, I think it was, or 2262. And we just follow this bottle with the music building up. And then as it crashes into the Enterprise B, it's a beautiful opening scene to this film. The whole opening 20 minutes of the film is thrilling aboard the Enterprise B and Kirk and everything. Fast-paced and really entertaining. The Next Generation crew all doing great performances. A lot of comedy in this film, especially from Data, as he's installing his emotion chip. So we get lots of comedy from Data, including those great one-liners on the ship when it's about to fly into the atmosphere. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Great action set pieces with the Klingons. One fantastic scene where a captured Geordie is returned to the Enterprise with his visor, but this time the Klingons, Bator and Lursa, can actually see through his visor. So they are able to actually get the shield frequency of the Enterprise and match their torpedoes so that they can attack it. And that whole scene is brilliant when they open fire and parts of the Enterprise blow up and they have to separate the saucer, and that whole saucer section going down, crashing through the planet. And that is just one of the highlights of the film. Absolutely brilliant. And there's great character moments as well, especially at the beginning between Kirk, Scotty and Chekhov. Lots of great dialogue from them. And also the really interesting dialogue between Picard and Dr. Soren as well, especially down on the planet, where Soren's trying to explain why it's so important that he returns to the Nexus. But yeah, all in all, great film. I've always loved Star Trek Generations. I actually remember picking up the Laserdisc when it came out. Oh, those are the days. Blimey. Okay, yes, so as I say, all the character moments are great. Action is fantastic. The music is fantastic. Picture quality was on first rate. Really great picture quality. Nice and solid. No, hardly any grain. Vibrant colours, just really nice. The sound again was Dolby True HD 7.1, which was really good. Surrounds were kicking. The surrounds were kicking, especially when the Enterprise was involved in the fight with the Klingon ship, and then the saucer section had to come down through the planet. The Nexus scene at the beginning with the Enterprise B, with the ribbon all the way around you, explosions, really great use of surrounds, and bass, a lot of real good use of the bass. So how would I rate Star Trek Generations on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm going to give Star Trek Generations 8.5 floating energy ribbons. Yes, 8.5 out of 10. Really enjoyed this film, always have, never had a problem with it, and it's one of my favourites of the Next Generation movies. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. Like it by giving it some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below if you like Star Trek Generations, what you like about it, your favourite scenes, or if you don't like Star Trek Generations, because there's probably people out there that don't like this one, as any film. Our next film in the series is an absolute corker. It's Star Trek First Contact, and this is where it really gets good. Yes, brilliant. So until the next video, I'll see you in the Nexus.